Don't understand why 5 minus 2, 0 is false where 5 or minus 2, 0 is true. This is a pretty trivial question that I haven't been able to find the answer to. Here is the problem. I have the following array, and I want to check whether val 0 or val 1 is greater than 0. If either is true, then I should output true. My immediate thought was to use vals 1 or val 0, 0, but I'm finding that 5 minus 2, 0 is false where 5 or minus 2, 0 is true. Any clarification would be much appreciated.
What is the difference between OR and vertical bar? OR is a logical OR AND is a bitwise or logical inclusive OR. The logical OR. The logical OR in Python returns the first value that is true. Example. The bitwise or logical inclusive OR. The bitwise or logical inclusive OR is represented by the operator in Python and creates a number where all bits are set that are set in at least one of the given numbers. Example. 2 is in binary 0010. 4 is in binary 0100. A logical OR between the two results in 0110, which is 6. How a negative number is stored is generally implementation specific. However, on most systems a negative number is stored by creating the 2's complement of the positive number by inverting each bit and adding 1. That number in bitwise or to any other number still results in a negative number. Neither of the two solves your problem. Why using seems to work, it fails when you flip the values. You should check both values separately. For a larger input this may be inconvenient. You should use any with a generator expression.
You want the any function. X, Y, computes the bitwise OR of the two values, while X or Y evaluates to the first truthy value. In both cases, the result is then compared to 0. X or Y, 0, and X, Y, 0. What you want to compare each value to 0 as necessary, with. If you had 3 values, you'd write the any function generalizes this to a list of any size, without the need to decide how many terms to OR together based on the size of the list.
To answer this question, I have to explain about 2's complement. Binary representation of numbers. So you know how internally, an integer like 5 is represented as a binary string. How do you imagine you'd represent a negative number? Well, here's what we want to do. Addition should work the same with negative numbers and positive numbers, i.e. do the same steps to add 4 plus 9 as 4 plus minus 9. Integer overflow shouldn't break mathematics, i.e. max underscore value plus 1 equals min underscore value, 1 equals max underscore value. So what we do is called 2's complement. 2's complement. To represent a negative number, take its absolute value, bit flip every bit, and add 1. So if the positive number is 5, the negative number minus 5 is. Essentially, this means we pick the number 01111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111 does 5 minus 2 mean? The is the bitwise OR operator. Given two numbers, it takes every bit and ORs them together, constructing a new number where a digit is one of the digit in that position and whether or both of the two original numbers is 1 and 0 otherwise. The calculation looks like this. So as you can see, 5 minus 2 equals minus 1, 0. What about 5 or minus 2? The OR operator takes two values, casts them to booleans and ORs them together. This is important. It doesn't OR the values. It returns the first value that is truthy. In other words, if you put it in an if statement, it would run. The only integer that isn't truthy is 0. Therefore, 5 or minus 2 returns the first non-zero integer of 5 and 2, which is 5, 0. So 5 or minus 2 equals 5, 0.
Is a bitwise OR, and Python uses 2's complement representation for integers. Evaluating 5 minus 2 gives and minus 1 is not greater than 0, so 5 minus 2, 0, is false. OR is a logical OR. Unlike in other languages where this operator returns a boolean, true/false, value, Python defines x or y as being equivalent to x if x else y, except that x is evaluated only once. Note that any non-zero numeric value is truthy in Python, so if x does not equal 0, then x or y evaluates to x. That 5 or minus 2, 0, evaluates to true was a stroke of luck from having the positive number first. In the other order, you would have gotten false. In general, x or y, 0, is not equivalent to x, 0, or y, 0, which is what you meant.
If you want to see more, please consider subscribing.